Hey, what is up guys, Duck Ready here, bringing you another X on my Wi-Fi battle. Now today's going to be a 6v6 Smog on OU battle against my man, the man himself, DuncanKneeDeep. So looking at the teams, he's bringing a pretty threatening team. He's got the Medicham Nappa combo. No, I'm scared. But yeah, looking at this Suicune right here, this thing is going to be a giant problem for my team, because the only real thing I have for it is Breloom, and Suicunes are extremely physically bulky, as you will be seeing this match. So without further ado, let's get into this. But yeah, that's definitely something that I'm going to have to be looking out for, and I'm going to have to deal with this Suicune really well if I'm going to be able to like not lose half of my team to it here. But here he is going to lead off with the one and only Booty Shark, the Garchomp, as I am going to lead off with my Talonflame. So I do obviously have the lead disadvantage here, so I'm going to get straight out. I do not want to deal with the Garchomp, and I'm going to go into the Mega Slash, predicting either the Dragon type or the Donut move. Yeah, I guess you could say that. And here I'm actually going to kind of do like a middle ground play. I double into my Latios. The reason I've done this was to see if he was scarfed or not. So if he wasn't scarfed, he would have more than likely gone for the EQ, and I would have been able to go for the Draco after that. And I also really needed to get these rocks out of here, since my team does quite suffer to rocks. So getting this defog off as soon as possible was really good for me. But I am somewhat confident about defogging against this. I'm pretty sure it could just set up a Calm Mind and start wrecking me, but I do have the Breloom in the back, so I'm not too worried just yet. Now here, my plan was to try and bait him into not going for the Scald, by kind of lowering him down a bit with the Psyshock. I'd then proceed to go into my Aegislash and SD to do some damage to it. My Breloom, it means that my Breloom could deal with it kind of later on. But this Psyshock does really underwhelming amount of damage. It does absolutely nothing, gets eaten up, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And he does unfortunately get the burn, and the residual damage stacking up is going to mean that I kind of want to switch out here. I don't really want to be taking a lot of damage onto my Latios just yet. So I do switch out into my Aegislash here, hoping he would go for the Calm Mind, because I don't really want to be taking a burn on this thing when I do really need the damage off. But he unfortunately does go for the Scald. Fortunately for me, he does not get the burn, which is really good. And here, he makes kind of I want to say a misplay, since I wouldn't really have a reason to King Shield and kind of let him just get some more lefties recovery. Because he actually predicted the King Shield and went for the Calm Mind, as I went for the Sword Stance, as I need to get my attack set up if I want to deal with this thing, because this thing is way too physically bulky. Suicune, you need to stop. So I am going to go for that Sword Stance, as I am now at +2. I'm now a threat to him, and he needs to deal me right now, so he is definitely going to be going for the Scald this turn. This could be seen as a misplay, but I do go for the Shadow Sneak, as I only needed a certain amount of damage off so that my Breloom could deal with it, and I really did not want to be taking the burn, since he could then kind of stall me out with his lefties recovery. Because I could go back to King Shield, Sacred Sword, King Shield, Sacred Sword and do all that, but I would be taking a lot of damage doing that, and only really needed a certain amount of damage, so I did feel that Shadow Sneak was my best play, but going for Sacred Sword could have potentially been better, taking into account whether he would have gotten the burn or not, but that's not known. So here I am going to bring in my Breloom, and all I needed for my Breloom to do is hit 3 times. But of course, this useless little mushroom is only going to hit twice, and I'm sitting here, ready to take the Scald. I'm not happy, and on top of that, he gets the burn. He gets the burn from the Scald, but it didn't really matter too much in the end, since I would have been able to take him out with the next Bullet Seed anyway, and he doesn't stay in anyway. I'm going to be ahead of myself, but yeah, he doesn't stay in anyway. He is going to withdraw out to his Ferrothorn. I did not want to play around with this threat. I'm definitely not going to let it rest up, so I did again go for the Bullet Seed. Just a safe play, as this does absolutely nothing. This is doing like a good 1-2 HP every single Bullet Seed. But yeah, of course now I do get the free hits when I don't need it. But yeah, it's all RNG, like it's part of the game. I'm not going to complain about it. But here Breloom's pretty much useless. I'm just going to go for the Muck Punch just to get off a little bit of chip damage, as I am going to be I'm going to take myself down from the recoil, as he is going to get up his rocks basically for free, which is kind of annoying, since now I'm forced out to my Latios, and I'm kind of forced to make a bit of a decision here. So what I actually do here is I make a huge misplay, like huge. For whatever reason, I went for the HP Fire expecting him to stay in, predicting the defog, but he had really little reason to do this, and it would have been a very aggressive play that he did not need to make. He definitely did not need to make this. So he does switch out to a Suicune, expecting the HP Fire, it eats it up, and now I'm forced to make a decision of whether to defog and let this thing rest up, and this whole threat starts all over again, or I can kill this thing with a Psyshock, but then I will go down to the residual damage. So unfortunately the burn from the skull did end up mattering, but like I said, it's all orange in day, it does happen. But I do go for the Psyshock since it's my only play. If I do go for the defog and let him rest up, then I've basically just lost right there and then, as I am going to go down to the burn and the rocks are going to be there to stay. Which kind of does suck, but because I do have a Talonflame in the back, and Talonflame does a lot of work against this man's team. But it is what it is. I am going to go out to my Gyarados here, since I don't really want to go out to my Talonflame just yet and take all that damage. As I do take the 25% from the rocks, get the useless Intimidate. As here I'm kind of forced to non-Mega Evolve because I didn't want to take the risk of him going for Secret Sword and OHKOing me and me getting off 0 damage, like absolutely no damage. As I'm going to go for the EQ. Unfortunately it does only just under half, and it's not going to be able to take him out, as I'm kind of forced to Mega Evolve here. And with the added bulk, I'm actually going to be able to live this Hydro Pump with like good 3 HP, I want to say. I think it was. As he does hit his second Hydro Pump, as I do live with 3 HP. But unfortunately for me, this second Earthquake, despite giving the increased attack stat, does not do nearly enough to take him out, as he is going to be able to go for the Hydro Pump again and take me out. So unfortunately for me, this Keldeo is still around, as I am kind of forced out to my T-Tar here, since I don't want to take, like I said, the rocks damage, since he could just go out to Ferrothorn and then my Talonflame's dead. And so yeah, I'm kind of forced out to my T-Tar. I do reveal here that I am the Scarftar set, as I do go for the EQ. So it kind of sucks that I did have to reveal that right now. I could have maybe saved that as a surprise or something, but I don't really see how it would have helped me. He makes a questionable play here, going up to Medicham, when he had both a Garchomp, like a Scarf Chomp in the back that outsped me, and the Conkeldurr, which could have eaten this up and taken the Drain Punch and gotten all that HP back. He then proceeds to fake out me and take the extra turn of sand damage, which was again a misplay, since he's taken the extra turn of sand damage when a high jump kick would have destroyed my life. And he really did not need to do that, as I am going to be able to get off some damage here with the EQ. Unfortunately it's not going to be able to take it out, since it is non-stab, and this high jump kick is going to send me into another dimension. That just completely destroyed my life. As here, he does take the sand damage once again. I'm forced into my Talonflame since it is my last, and I can't really do anything else apart from Quick Brave Bird, since I've pretty much lost at this point. All he needs to do is bring in his Ferrothorn, and the amount of recoil I take here is just ridiculous. There's the Iron Barbs, there's the Rocky Helmet, there's the recoil from the Brave Bird, and then finally sand damage. And the combination of all this is going to whittle me down to the point where I get taken out by the sand. So that is going to be the game, the 4-0 in Duncan's favour. So unfortunately this one definitely did not go my way, and I made a lot of questionable plays on my part, and this could have definitely been a lot closer. I mean, it was a little hacksy, but the hacks didn't turn out to matter too much. It was more down to me misplaying, having a weak team to Suicune, since that thing was very hard to deal with. But good game, Duncan. It was a really good match. I did enjoy it, and I'm sure you already know who this is. But I'll leave his link in the description if you do want to check him out. He's a very good YouTuber and Twitch streamer, so do definitely check him out. And if you did enjoy the content, then make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.